Okay, so I'm going to try to draw Power Girl again, the new Power Girl, Tanya Spears, if I'm not mistaken. And let me see here. So I've already got this little head layout because I wanted to make sure my audio is picking up. So I recorded to this point and then checked my audio, and it looks like everything's okay. So yeah. So I'm going to try to go a little bit faster this time. I don't know if I'm going to leave that old Power Girl video, the one I did before this, up. I didn't like it. So yeah. So what I'm doing here now is I'm going to do a pretty tight shot of just her coming down. I probably won't go the whole body length. I know there's probably not going to be enough time for that. That was part of what I did wrong last time. I was trying to draw too much in that time frame, and it still ended up being almost an hour long. So let's see how far we can get. So for anybody that doesn't know, the new Power Girl is Tanya Spears, and she got her powers from Kara. Or no, wait, not Kara. Is that right? Well, she got her powers from the old Power Girl. And the old Power Girl, which was actually Supergirl from a different dimension, she had to go back home or go to another place. I can't remember exactly where. And so she chose Tanya Spears. I don't have that issue of that whole interaction, so I can't say exactly what happened there. But just by reading Deathstroke and what I've read about her online, she chose to give it to Tanya Spears because she knew she had a good heart and she's smart and all of that good stuff. So she gave the abilities to her before she left. So yeah. I don't have any of the new Power Girl comic books. Just what I've read of her in the issues of Deathstroke in Rebirth. But so far, I like her. She seems to be really cool, and she's smart, and she's got a good heart. I mean, she's really smart. She was able to figure out how Deathstroke's ability works and tell him things that he didn't even know. I think she took a blood sample, if I remember right, in one of the issues. Okay, so I wanted to have just a little bit of an upshot. I'm going to make her hips just a little bit bigger. Okay. Hopefully that setup doesn't screw me over. Double checking my hips here. Okay, now let's make this face better. Man, I went to upload that last one. I did upload that last video I did of this actually, and I did not like it. I'm trying to do one of these at least a week, and I'm not super fast, you know? I mean, I wish I can get super fast. I'm trying to. But, and working really big, like right now, I'm drawing on a Wacom Cintiq 27 QHD. Oh, poor me, right? No, but working on a big canvas, it's hard. I before this, I drew on the 13 HD, and that was like the most advanced tablet at that time I had drawn on. My girlfriend had a 12WX, but that wasn't mine. But my 13 HD, you know, I love that thing, but it's a really small screen. I mean, by the time, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but by the time you have all of these things over here and all of this over here, this piece that you're left in the middle with, especially when you expand things like this whole thing turns out to be about, oh man, I don't know, less than a 6x6 area. So yeah, it's much smaller. And what I'm drawing on right now, as you can see the screen, is almost 2.5 times. Just this white canvas space is almost 2.5 times bigger than my Cintiq. 13 HD, I mean. Okay, so I do want her to look down. I want her to be looking down at us. If she's like this, and looking up this way, I don't think there's going to be too much engagement in the photo. I want it to look like she's coming right down before us. That's sort of why I want to have her eyes here. But let's spend a little bit more time on this face. Get this to look nice. Okay. Yeah, so if anybody knows anything about Power Girl that is like a detail everybody should know, then please tell us in the comments. I'm always interested in learning more about her. She reminds me of, well, I shouldn't say an Iron Man, but she reminds me of an intellectual character that works with a lot of crazy stuff, sort of like a Bruce Wayne-ish kind of superhero. I never really read too much of the Power Girl before her, but I know she was smart, but I don't think she was this kind of genius level intellect smart. I mean, this girl right here is, I think she's supposed to be a teenager. I don't remember the exact age. There we go, that looks a little better. Yep, I'm definitely having to move stuff around because I'm so used to drawing small still. And I could draw small right now, but I mean, you're going to be watching me do something like this, which for the video, it's not going to come up on the screen very well. You're probably going to have to blow up the video to the whole screen just to see what the heck I'm doing. So yeah, I'm going to go in here and try to get rid of as much as I can and keep going. It is 9 minutes in and I'm already further than I was in the last video. I should probably take that thing down. Mm-hmm. I keep flipping my canvas left to right. Clip Studio Paint, Manga Studio. Same program, same exact program, 2 different names. Has this little flip feature here. So you can flip things horizontally and see how you're doing. Same kind of trick that you would usually use that you would usually do by turning over the paper. And looking at it through the light. If you draw it traditionally. Okay, so is this video going to be absolutely perfect, like as in a finished product of what I would draw if I was going to make this into a print? No. No, these are quick drawings that I usually do in the afternoon or night. That's why I usually call them late night Wolverine or late night Power Girl in the case of this one. But yeah, I don't want it to look terrible either. I mean, the whole point is to have fun doing it and to be about as happy as I can with it in a short amount of time. And then also to turn out something that you might learn something from. So we'll see where this one leads us, right? How's she looking? Okay, not too bad. Not too shabby this time around. I think I am going to go ahead and define this head shape a little bit more, though. Gotta keep working on it until I get happy with it, right? I want to give her a little bit more of a rounded chin, since she's supposed to be a youngin'. There we go. I don't think she wears any earrings or anything. But I do want to get the shape of her head right, because I want to... She's got her hair very closely bound to her head. I most likely won't end up keeping any of this up here. But she's got these great big hair poofs on the back here. I love that look. So this time I think she is coming out better than the last time. So I recently went to get a couple of graphic novels over this weekend, and I bought Swamp Thing. I bought a Swamp Thing story, hardcover graphic novel with Snyder and Paquette. Snyder, the writer, and also Snyder and Lee on a graphic novel of Superman Unchained. And I've been wanting those for quite a while, so finally got them. And I'm just now reading through Superman. I bought that one first, so... Jeez. Don't ask this guy to draw circles, right? That's better. I can correct that. I just put the lines there as a shorthand for drawing across the sphere of the eyeball. So what I mean by that is, yeah, I'll have to come in here and straighten that out a little. But what I mean by that is, if you draw the eyeball and then you want it looking whichever way, let's say you want it here, it's typically a good idea to keep in mind that, you know, it's a curve, and this would be the line in the background, and then your eye is going to have that curvature to it, and then you go ahead and put your, that's your pupil, and then, you know, that's your iris and all that. And if you got the light coming over here, you'll have your shine up here. You'll usually have another shine down on the other side of the pupil. And you can just do one of those kind of things. So, and then your eyelid would sort of follow suit. And you'd have all the, you know, the eyelashes right there. Anyways, back to Power Girl. So that's what I was doing right there. That's why she has that little thing. I'm not going to keep any of that. Okay, so now that those are, whoops, roughly in place, we can go ahead and put more of her eyelash on. So she doesn't look so shocked. And then we can do a little bit of a overhang, a bit of a cast shadow piece on her, on the top part of her eye. Yeah. That's not looking so bad, eh? Okay, so we're at 22 minutes. And since we got the light coming from above, see how she looks in reverse here. I don't like that. Gotta fix that. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Since we got the light coming from above, most of her upper lip will be in the darkness. And then we'll give her a bit of a shine on the bottom lip. Put roughly where the dark spots, spotting the blacks, right? Where you find the shadows and you highlight where they're gonna go. fill them in. Whoops. So yeah, the Superman story so far is pretty cool. I don't want to ruin it for you. Of course, you can't really totally ruin a book like that. But I can end up giving some stuff away you'd rather find out on your own. But it's just interesting the way they're moving the story along with there being another superpowered being like Superman. And he's not a bad guy. So that might ruin it enough as it is for you, but it's pretty cool. I like it. I'm liking it so far. Okay, so I'm gonna lay all of her bone structure out here. For those of you saying, man, you're drawing her with long limbs and whatnot. Yes, I do. I like to draw a lot of my characters with long limbs. Done it about as far back as I can remember, so hopefully that doesn't bother anybody too much. But that's just how I like doing it. Okay, so you know what? It's 30 minutes already, but I think this one is coming out a lot better. So I might actually keep going on this until I'm happy with it, or until I'm done with it. I'd rather turn out what I'm happy with and have it be longer than 30 minutes than try to rush it and have one that I really don't like. Yeah, and that Swamp Thing book, that's written by Scott Snyder too, and I can't wait to get to that one as well. Swamp Thing was a pretty big influence on one of my own characters. And I just always liked the idea of him being able to control the earth and manipulate things and change his size. Just such cool abilities. Okay, I'm already over my 30 minutes. So I'm gonna have to pause this here and decide if I'm gonna keep on going or if I'm gonna maybe make this a two-parter or something. Yeah, that's where we're at on her right now. I'm going to go ahead and pause and save this. Okay, so I have decided to go ahead and make this at least a two-parter because I like where it's going. She looks pretty well so far, and we'll see where else she ends up. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a few finishing touches on here. I'm going to go ahead and post this video. These videos aren't really supposed to be about finished works. It's just supposed to be me talking some random stuff and you know, just having fun drawing. But I like this one a lot better, and I really don't want to rush it all like I did the other one. And honestly, I think I'm going to leave the other one up. The other one won't have a part 1 or 2. It'll just have Power Girl and be what it is. But yeah, this is supposed to be the Dark Titans suit. And that is from the Deathstroke books. The DC Rebirth Deathstroke. So I'll probably go ahead and pick up, or next time I'll pick up where I left off on this one. But I think I'm going to call this one done for now. And I'll catch you in part 2.